85,
90.
90, 95.
We're playing for keeps.
We're on the market. Stay strong, sir.
Sold! Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 7th of October. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Gary Pearce.
Gary, everybody's talking about real estate. It's springtime and everybody's out there talking about real estate. But the big news from last weekend has got to be the Krongold-Zelensky engagement.
Well, congratulations to Darren and congratulations to his lovely daughter Ricky, who's engaged to Nathan. And as Beyonce would say, put a ring on it, and he did. He did put a ring on it, so it's all happening, isn't it?
So we love engagements, and probably the viewers are thinking, oh, how lovely of them that they're looking at the union of two people coming together with a bright future and all of the thoughts of happiness and maybe children and all of these lovely things. But really, what are we thinking about? We're thinking about housing formation, Gary,
exactly
because really what happens when people get engaged and think about getting married, they start to think about buying a house. So it's great for real estate. We love engagements. We love weddings. And I think we'll leave it there.
Nobody capitalises on the chapters of life better than real estate agents, do we, Phil? Because we have birth, you grow out of a house. You know, we have growth, you need a bigger house. You have kids going out. You need then the parents no longer need empty nesters, right?
Yep.
Then the kids have to buy something, Philip. Then the parents, unfortunately, it becomes a deceased estate at some point in time.
So now we're getting
these are the chapters of real estate
Shout
agents.
out to Harvey Norman, who loves a good engagement as well.
Oh, yeah,
and if you think about it, the wedding lists these days, there was a time where you used to just buy a gift, regardless of whatever was in your mind. You'd buy a gift. Now you get a list.
No, you get dictated to now. You do. Let's just hear about it. I'm not saying that. Ricky Krongold's a beautiful person. She's not going to be that bridezilla, right? But there are bridezillas and groomzillas that say, it's like a ransom, isn't it? You want to come to my wedding? This is the list of things.
Here's a shopping list.
This is it.
I want a washing machine and a dryer and I want all of these things. Mind you, I think
the kettle goes faster.
I think it's a good thing because when we got married, we were taking stuff back for years. You know,
gifting it on
crystal decanters. Who needs a crystal decanter?
Yeah, exactly
How many trays do you need?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the truth is, you only need one washing machine and one dryer, and I think it's a great gift.
And I always wondered why, when you gave us that beautiful present for my wedding, why it said "Dear Philip and Irene" on it.
Oh, we did cross it out.
You didn't cross it out because it was from somebody else that gave it to you, that you gifted it on to us.
Nothing like a re-gift.
Exactly
anyway, we're getting off track, but shout out again to the Krongolds and the Zelenskys, who are coming together with their beautiful children. And
in holy matrimony, Phil. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful moment.
And viewers, if you've got a shout out and you'd like us to shout out any great celebration that's happening in your family, happy to do
anything sad, anything to recognise. We do births, deaths,
and marriages,
weddings, bar mitzvahs. We do everything. Anything you want to celebrate.
Got it all covered.
Confirmations. What do you call it when you dunk the baptisms? We do everything here. Everything. We don't mind. Whatever it is that's going on, we're happy to bring it up. It's a family show. It's a multicultural show.
Speaking about family shows, Gary,
I got a bit carried away then. Sorry.
Let's bring it back to real estate, because real estate across Melbourne was pretty good across the weekend.
Not bad.
The industry had a 69% clearance rate, according to REA.
Won't comment on the number.
It was interesting that REA was at 69, but Domain was at 75. So, even if you average the two out,
they compete with each other, don't they?
Let's call it 72, 73% clearance rate. That is an absolutely fine clearance rate.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's neither brilliant and neither is it terrible.
It's okay.
It's like a bit Goldilocks, not quite.
It's the middle bit.
It's the middle. It's the middle.
Yeah. And we were?
And we were. Well, Gary, we had the most outstanding weekend. Which I'm talking to the camera, I know that we were at 85%. So
is that right?
I'm thinking it was 17 out of 20 or something like that. Are you still looking, Gary?
I am, Phil.
Go to our WhatsApp group.
I'm getting there.
Jeez.
I'm finding it. I thought you might have known already.
I'll
tell you what, we were 17 out of 20, Phil. We're at 85%. That's pretty damn good.
Let's put up the towers.
Put them out.
85%.
Have some boast music.
72.5% any day. So again, shout out to our team who've done an outstanding job. Gary, across the industry though, and I want to talk about this, across the industry, I'm seeing a lot of properties sold before auction.
Yeah, there are a lot. Our rate was almost 40% last week.
And I think this is interesting from just a market temperature point of view. A lot of things are selling prior to auction. Why does it sell before auction? Because we've got a buyer that's champing at the bit and doesn't want to wait, makes an offer, that puts the property into play, or we might have one buyer and that buyer is kind of, we can clearly see that we've found the right buyer.
Or the buyer wants to step up to the plate and have a crack. They don't want to wait to auction, Phil. That can happen,
If you had been paying attention, Gary,
I wasn't really.
I did actually say
you
that.
waffle a lot.
So it's happening a lot.
It is.
The sign of a booming market,
Yep.
I think, though, is a clearance rate between kind of 75 and 85%,
Okay, well,
where less than 15% is being sold before auction. So that's the sign of a booming market. So we're not quite there yet, although viewers, I have been saying, as I'm sure you were too, Gary, we've been saying we feel the market starting to take off. There is no question that I think people will look back at 2025 and say, should have, could have, would have bought.
Well, the peer review, Phil, which is currently being, put together for the next edition, which comes out very soon. There's a bit of a special on villa units, Phil. I thought it was a good thing to really focus on because we don't talk. The villa unit is a little bit of an underrated, not much talked about.
I don't know how you
market.
just segued into that because that came from seemingly nowhere.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's things that's what this is about, though. It's unscripted.
Unscripted
We
show.
come out with things. All of a sudden, we'll talk about a racehorse, or we'll talk about Placeria vitri detachment. Do you know what that is?
No, tell me.
I've got it.
Go on.
Placeria vitri detachment.
Well, I'm going with detachment, so I'm thinking a villa unit detached.
No, it's got nothing to do with it.
Placeria, something to do with the placenta?
No, it's my eye. I'm seeing things at the moment. I'm seeing dancing things in my eyes, Phil. So I went to because when you're tired...
Again, so we've gone from clearance rate to talking about the peer review.
Vitri detachment. I've got a condition, Phil. I think you should know about it. I waited to GPTV to share it with you. So I'm seeing things. You know when you've got a hair in your eye and you move it?
Yeah.
Well, I've got that, but it's no hair. It's just like a thing. So I'm hoping it doesn't affect me at auctions with bidders. All of a sudden I'm starting to see extra things.
What are you seeing?
I'm seeing
soul
little dancing.
stickers?
I'm seeing soul stickers. I'm seeing little dancing, not girls or men, but I'm seeing little things that are moving, and it can happen, you know. And I've got some tablets for it, but I thought I should just get your eyes checked, Phil, because you might have Placeria vitri detachment.
I don't know how I got when you went to detachment. I thought
about villas.
That we were still on villas.
So villas are detached.
The magazine is coming out.
There's a special on
magazine, the peer review.
There's a special on villas,
on villa units,
and we're featuring Danny O'Brien, the Melbourne Cup training. Successful Melbourne Cup trainer, Danny O'Brien. And by the way...
The O'Brien family, fabulous family.
Yeah, well,
really lovely family. And we're very pleased to have them in North Caulfield. We will not point out their address.
No, I think that's enough.
For all of those people that might have backed one of their horses and it went nowhere.
No, they
like most of yours.
They had a good winner on the weekend, owned by somebody who you know in the red and white striped colours. Owned by a guy called Jonathan Munns, who they trained a winner for at 20-1, Phil, at one.
Okay.
And I just had a little something on it, but I still lost on the day. Phil, talking about racehorses.
How do you lose on the day if you won on a 20-1 shot?
Here's a good story. I was offered a share by a friend.
You must lose a lot of money gambling.
Well, I'm going to be going for a long time working, so that's the good news. If you want to keep working, I'm here, mate. I'm not going anywhere. I was offered a share in a horse by somebody, and not only was I offered the share, I was stalked by this person saying, buy a share in this horse, buy a share in this horse. It's going to win the Melbourne Cup, it's going to win the Melbourne Cup, it's going to win the Melbourne Cup, it's going to win the Melbourne Cup. Buy a share, buy a share. So what did I do?
Yeah, you didn't buy a share.
I didn't buy a share, and guess who's the favourite for the Melbourne Cup is?
This horse.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Small problem, the purchase price was $3 million. I wasn't quite going to spend that much.
What was a small share going to be?
Well, 10% would be $300,000.
I understand that, but 10% is hardly a small share of a horse.
Well...
Is that your definition of a small share?
Well, 10% is a small share, isn't it? Or 5% is a small share.
Right.
At 5%, I'm pretty happy with 5%, Phil, but I was going to spend $150,000 for 5% of a share of a horse. But anyway, that's one of the that's horse talk.
Right.
Horse talk's done. Hey, auctioneer talk. You were featured in a very, very good article. That was a
podcast.
Now, I know that GPTV is watched by 8 people. Who listens to this podcast? Is there many people that
thousands
listen?
And thousands and
all around the
thousands
world?
of people. No, it'd be interesting to have a look at the stats. It's on Spotify.
I'm going to put it up here, Phil, and I'm going to show people.
Put that up.
Here it is. It's a bit of an industry, insight into the man, the myth, the auctioneer that is Philip Kingston.
He's the one and only, the fabulous Phil Kingston. Phil, welcome to the Real Estate
What a
Circle.
lovely introduction. Thank you. Thank you for that. There's one thing that I hate about our industry is the incessant narcissism. So I sit down on this seat next to this kid. 3 hours later, we get off the bus at the youth movement and we're great friends. And that bloke is Gary Pearce.
Oh, that's so cool. What is the most underrated skill in real estate?
Hard work.
I very much enjoyed it. Told a little bit of our story, which was lovely.
I think it goes for an hour. Viewers,
Yeah.
if you want an hour of absolutely fascinating insight
When you're in the bathroom
to who
or-
I am,
Yeah.
right? It's only going to take you an hour. And I have to tell you, when I was listening to myself
It was
talk,
lovely.
I was thinking to myself, what a guy.
Yeah.
What a fascinating guy.
And when I listened to it, I thought,
Who is that?
that's okay. No, I thought it was very good. Anyway, it's very, very good. And I guess now, you're being hailed as one of Melbourne's best auctioneers. Someone said to me on the weekend they think you might be Australia's best auctioneer.
Yes.
And I like the quote that John Lennon was asked once when they said to him, do you think Ringo Starr's the best drummer in the world? And John Lennon said, I'm not even sure he's the best drummer in the Beatles. So I'm going to say that a little bit as well about auctioneers, just because that's the cheeky guy that I am. But,
all right, lovely.
But it was good and
was.
well
Thank
done
you.
and congratulations. So I'm going to ask you a few questions before we get into our scary, most feared auction, the scariest auction you ever did, the one that you were the most scared of doing.
I don't think I can remember being that scared, but in my early days, the auctions that used to make me nervous was when there were a number of friends of mine in the crowd.
Yes.
That brought another element of fear. Am I going to be all right? Is it going to go well? Are they going to be impressed? So other than that...
Social fear?
Social fear.
It didn't matter when all the bikies came around that time to fix you up?
No,
that was good.
okay.
So the social fear. Most fun auction? Do you remember the most fun auction you ever had?
We've had auctions, so I can't remember it, but I can remember. It's always when you're there, and I'll say
we have to
something,
stop going to them
and
together,
then you'll say something, and
then
literally
that's it, it's on.
We will lose. We'll actually start laughing in the middle of the auction. Thankfully, we're able to kind of drag that in and get the crowd to share the moment.
That's right.
But there have been some times where we've
auctions.
both been in tears.
We've lost it. Well, I think probably one of my favourite auctions was just around the corner here in Elmhurst Road when Phil decided to jump into a truck that was, just a tray truck. And he jumped into a tray truck and started doing the auction. Didn't quite count for the tray truck driver not being that impressed and driving away. So as the microphone got further away and the connection between the mic and the speaker got further away, we couldn't really hear you, but thankfully the tray truck driver came back.
And there was the one on the corner of Crottenhurst and Langdon Road where a tray truck did come past again and literally stopped in the centre of the auction. And it wasn't enough for me to stand on the back of the tray truck, but there was a ladder. Do you remember?
Yes.
So I put the ladder up and then climbed up on the top of the ladder.
Yes.
Not the cleverest person going around. I might be Australia's greatest auctioneer. I might, but not the cleverest.
Anyway, cunning stunts. Be careful how you say that. Cunning stunts from our auctioneer, Mr. Kingston. And the third question I'm going to say is your biggest tip, because a lot of auctioneers watch this. In fact, a lot of agencies, like I know some of the major, I won't name them, but some of the major firms with big, 50 office networks and more,
1,000 office networks.
There's one with 1,000. They say if you want to be an auctioneer, go out and see Philip Kingston and you'll know what to do and what not to do. I think it is what to do. So biggest tip for an auctioneer, because there's a lot of auctioneers watch this.
Practice, practice, practice. That's all it is.
Okay.
Like anything, Gary.
Yep.
Like anything, if you practice something and you practice something and you practice something, you'll be ahead of all of the people that are gunners.
Okay.
They're
So why am I still such a bad golfer, and why can't I win on the punt?
Well,
I've
got to tell you, if you went full time on the punt, you'd be a better punter.
Yes.
And if you played golf 6 days a week and played with a pro every second game, you'd be a much better golfer.
If I played with a pro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
All good.
Got to
All
be
good.
careful with that one too. Anyway, look, that is good advice, good tips. Although I think if I did go full time on the punter, I think you'd be selling one certain house in Caulfield North very, very quickly.
Let's talk
move
about
on.
what sold on the weekend.
Let's talk
Gary.
about what sold.
17 out of 20. Let's put it up there again.
What's hot?
85%.
Yeah, we can put it up again. But I've got to tell you, what was hot was Mr. Jeremy Rosen's out there with Matthew Morley and co.
in
Well Street. Brighton. Well, did he do well in Well Street, Brighton, Phil?
4 people bidding,
Four
Gary.
people bidding, expected to sell somewhere just around that 2 million, maybe a little bit more, but it did run away into the low twos, Phil, as an undisclosed price. But well done to Jeremy Rosens and Matt Morley.
Great result there.
A great result. Wallace Avenue, Murrumbina was another one that Christian de Vries, Phil, was involved with that one. 5 bidders took that price to 1,280,000. So
5 bidders, that's amazing. That's a single level villa with wraparound courtyard gardens. We're always talking that sort of real estate up.
The villas, Phil, that's it.
And it's just going to get better and better because they're smaller houses with land. Great for first and second home buyers and downsizers.
Check out the villa story in the peer review. And Phil, 211 Balaclava Road, you sold that one. The price is disclosed, 730,000, just a little over.
Really lovely buyer
what
there.
we thought.
We passed that in, negotiated the sale, and I think he's going to be very happy there.
And
Big
I had a delightful gentleman that I sold a property for who's been living in China, was now positioned in Kew and just said, I'm going to come to Caulfield North. I said, you're not going to believe how great it is living here. And that gentleman bought 5 at 48 Oran Crescent in Caulfield North. Congratulations for $940,000.
Strange way to get to Caulfield, isn't it? To go from China to Kew.
Yeah, you could just go down
to Caulfield.
You could just go down Hoddle Street. You didn't need to go all the way over to Shanghai, but he decided to, go to Caulfield via Shanghai. But well done, and well done to the vendors. Thank you for the opportunity to represent. We had some really good results. The apartment in Master Street, Philip, not yet sold, but I reckon that's a pretty good buy.
That's
$479.
an outstanding purchase in Master Street. From an owner-occupier or a tenancy point of view, walk to the tram in Balaclava Road, walk to the tram in Hawthorne Road, walk to the Aldi and the Woolworths, so brilliantly located.
It's a snap purchase, as I like to say, Phil, but our runaway train was Well Street, Brighton, and a little there we go.
We've got Phil, a busy weekend coming up this weekend,
hey, well
Gary.
done. Simon Rodolnik did a great job in Fulton Street as well.
Yes, he did.
With Bernie Mel and Romy and Daniel Peer. So well done. We've got 20 auctions coming up this weekend, and we can't really wait for the weekend because we've got this block of apartments in the most wonderful location.
Gary,
what
a great location. This is off Williams Road between Dandenong Road and High Street. Wonderful block. This is 9 2-bedroom apartments. Sits on 722 square metres of land. That is a really good opportunity to buy a fabulous inner suburban investment, and you're also getting a wonderful parcel of land with a park at the end of the street.
Phil, we've got 10 suburbs that we are having our auctions in on Saturday. We're going to kick off at 10:30 in Dalmore Avenue, Ormond. Leo Samuel gets to auction this property.
Gary, this is the most stunning home. This is the home with everything. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, off-street car parking, a swimming pool, renovated magnificently. That's a very special property.
Check out the, not balcony, Phil, massive terrace on this terrific apartment in McKinnon Road. You can watch the sun rise and set and whatever you'd like to be doing up there, but this is a great apartment in a beautiful security block.
And check out the quoting price, this, Gary. This is under $700,000, $595 to $650. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a car space, and that is a penthouse terrace attached to it.
I'll be meeting Arlene Daniel Peer and Romy Skolnick at that one, Phil. We're off to Moorabbin, and Leo, you will be meeting, not you, but he'll be meeting Simon Rodolnik doing the auction here in Romans Road.
So Leo and Leor have got the honours there. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking, wonderful house on a wonderful parcel of land. That's a great opportunity.
Toowoomba Road is our next auction, Phil, that we have got coming up in Carnegie. We have got the wonderful Alex Stupa handling that property. Leo Samuel is the auctioneer.
Together with Graham Callan, this is 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Also has a courtyard garden. That's a massive bonus.
Phil, let's talk about Kooyong Road, 456 Kooyong Road.
Gary, this is 778 square metres of land, a 3 bedroom, 1 bathroom home, an eminently livable home, but what a wonderful parcel of land. 15.3 metre frontage, a 50.9 metre depth, lots of opportunity there.
And you will be there, Phil doing that auction at 12:30, giving your all. Phil, we're going to be in Glenira Road, Elsternwick, Jeremy Rosen's auctions, this one at 1:30pm.
Meeting Nikki Janover and Jessica Filipovic there, Gary. 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 secure basement car space and a storeroom. Lots to love about that property.
If you want to hunt down a great apartment, Phil, you can find one in Malvern. 530 Hunter Street, Malvern, goes under the hammer at 2:30pm.
Izzy Anstey has had the opportunity to work on that property. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space. Quite a large apartment, Gary, and in beautiful order throughout.
10 at 70 Carlisle Street is where we bring down the conclusion of our Saturday. The curtain closes at 2:30pm, 10 at 70 Carlisle Street. Jeremy Rosen's
Morris
auctioneer.
Bison's been handling this 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. It's light and it's bright and it's brilliantly located.
Got 9 beautiful auctions on Sunday, Phil. We're going to kick off at 10:30, and I've got the auction honours at 614 Inkerman Road. Know this block well as you.
Meeting Mark Kirkham and Adi Ignatius there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space. That's a really good apartment. Love that position, and it's kind of extra large in size.
25 Heath Drive, Phil, is at 10:30am as well. England Huntley, Leo Samuel's the auctioneer.
Meeting Lydia Perry there. This is a fabulous tri-level home that's on 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a double lock-up garage. That's got everything that opens and shuts. What a great property, what a great home.
Tell you what's been popular, Phil, is this apartment in Alexander Street. There have been plenty of people through here, and I'm not surprised. Great looking apartment. Daniel Pear's been handling this with Romy Skolnick, and I'm the auctioneer.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Great location. Walk to Carlisle Street, walk to Dandenong Road, walk to Chapel Street, walk wherever your feet will take you.
4 at 9 Meadow Street, we know this block well. Phil's got that beautiful garden green at the in the centre of the block, but 4 at 9 Meadow Street gets auctioned at 11:30 with Leo Samuel.
Meeting Izzy Anstey there, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space. We do love that apartment building. We love that location. We love Green Meadows Park.
We sure do. At 12:30, Phil, we've got Parkside Living here as well. We've got Meadow Street by the park. We've got this one by Caulfield Park, 34 Carnarvon Road. What a great location.
Incredible location because it is on the doorstep of Caulfield Park, but it's also on the doorstep of Hawthorne Road and Glenferrie Road. You've got the tram in Dandenong Road, the train station not far from there as well. That is a great location. That's a great home. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and off-street car parking, carport. It's got everything.
As soon as that auction's over, Phil, I'm going to run as fast as my feet will take me and try to get to see you in Lumiere Road in Caulfield North in the Golden Mile.
Gary, this is the Golden Mile. Darren Crongold, Benjamin Rothschild have had the pleasure there together with Sally Zellman. This is the most incredible home. Sits on 1,042 square metres of North Caulfield's finest land. The most incredible 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom family home. It's got everything that opens, shuts. The entertaining areas are incredible. Also got a fully self-contained home, office, in-laws accommodation, teenagers retreat at the rear. That's the home with everything.
Leo Samuel is the busiest auctioneer on Sunday in the company. Philip is going to be at 12:30 in Lansdowne Road. Great address.
Again, meeting Izzy Anstey there. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space. Good building, great location, walking distance to the Alma Village.
I'm excited to see you, Phil, do this auction at 1:30 in Kooyong Road. Now, you know this home well. This has been featured on television, Phil. It's a bit of a famous home, 28 Kooyong Road.
Gary, I've auctioned this home before. It is the house with absolutely everything, and I'm completely obsessed by the back garden, swimming pool and the levels that it sits on. I love this house. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, lock-up garage, home theatre. That's the house with everything, and you can walk to Glenferrie Road and Malvern Central from there.
And we've got a very pretty home in Regent Street, Elsternwick, the home to the block, Phil, Regent Street, Elsternwick. We're going to be auctioning this one. Leo Samuel brings down the curtain on a busy Sunday at 4:30.
Izzy Anstey and Aviv Samuel have had the honours there, Gary. It's just the prettiest of homes, 3 bedrooms and a bathroom. Regent Street is an incredible street. Elsternwick is one of Melbourne's best suburbs.
Phil, 3 properties to review that are coming up that aren't quite being auctioned this weekend, but they're upcoming. So let's talk about number 89 Warnack Road, Carnegie. What a great looking home.
Gary, it's an amazing looking home. 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. This is the home with absolutely everything, including a swimming pool. So look out for that one. That is a wonderful, wonderful home.
Great street, Sycamore Street in Caulfield South, and this is one of the fine offerings in the street, if not the best.
Gary, love that location, walking distance to Woolworths, Aldi and all of the cafes, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, fantastic garden area. That is a wonderful home.
And we're blessed to be in the Golden Mile, Phil. We've got something coming up in Howard Road, but we've got this one also that's coming up in wonderful Aruna Road, number 31.
Gary,
Road.
this is incredible. This is a beautiful renovation's been undertaken on this. This is 903 square metres of west and northwest facing land with a solid brick 60-70s home that's been completely overhauled by architect and interior designer Alana Kister, who does the most incredible jobs. This is a beautiful home, 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double garage, swimming pool, and one of the best back garden terraces that you're likely to see.
So daylight savings is gone. Did you get that 1 hour less sleep?
I did.
Did you feel it?
I did feel it.
I felt it too. Isn't it weird?
I know.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Having said that, I love the light.
So
I just love the
Oh,
light.
I love the light as well. And, you know, next week, Phil, we're going to be in the middle of spring.
Yep.
That's how fast it's moving, Phil.
It's going to be the end of the year before you know it.
The year's moving fast. The real estate cycle's moving fast. Buyers are moving fast. Sellers are... The world's just going so fast, Phil, and... you know, it's just passing us by, isn't it?
Do you know what?
Crazy.
Don't worry about that, Gary. You just keep your head down, focus on the work in front of you.
Okay.
We'll get to the end of the year. We'll have a breather.
Yes.
The spring is going to be amazing. 2026 is going to be fabulous.
I think so.
I'm full of optimism.
You are.
Thank you for watching GPTV. I'm Philip Kingston.
You are full of it. You are full of Kingston. I'm Gary Peer. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing you next week.